Okay, so when you think of Dubai, this is probably what comes to mind, right? Dazzling, futuristic skylines, next-level luxury, and a city that just seems to defy the desert itself. And yeah, you're not wrong. But that's really only half the story.
See, behind all that glitz and glamour, there's a whole other layer, a unique set of rules, cultural norms, things that aren't always in the brochures. And these are the things that can catch even the most experienced travelers totally off guard.
So, do you know the rules that aren't in the travel guides? That's what we're going to get into. In this explainer, we are digging way deeper than the glossy brochures to give you that insider knowledge you need to have a smooth, respectful, and honestly, an unforgettable trip to one of the most dynamic cities on Earth.
All right, let's start right where your trip begins, the second you land. Believe it or not, your first few hours in Dubai can pretty much set the tone for your whole visit. So yeah, getting this part right, it's absolutely crucial.
First up, the good news. If you're from the US, the UK, Canada, most of Europe, you're likely good to go with visa-free entry. But, and this is a big but, here's the detail that trips people up all the time. Your passport has to be valid for at least 6 months from the day you land. No exceptions. And trust me on this one, you do not want to overstay. The fines are, well, they're insane.
Okay, so you're through immigration. Now you're going to face your very first test, your first potential tourist trap, the unlicensed taxis. They love to hang around waiting for tired travelers. The fix here is super simple. Always look for the official cream-colored RTA taxis. They've got a colored roof, they're metered, they're reliable, and they'll save you that heart-stopping moment when you realize you've been charged triple the real fare.
All right, let's talk money. Let's talk about the city's hidden costs. Dubai can definitely feel pricey, but what really catches people by surprise isn't just the price tag you see, it's all the hidden costs that pop up on the final bill. So you see a meal on the menu. You're thinking, okay, $25, not too bad. You order, feeling good about your budget.
And then the bill comes. And suddenly that $25 meal is $35. What happened? Well, a lot of places automatically tack on a service charge, a municipality fee, and a VAT, things that aren't always spelled out on the menu. So the big takeaway here? Just mentally add about 25% to any price you see to be safe.
But look, it's not all about spending money. Here's some awesome news. Some of the absolute best, most breathtaking experiences in Dubai are 100% free. Seriously, you don't need a $100 ticket to a fancy rooftop bar. You can catch the incredible Dubai Fountain Show, see a stunning sunset at Dubai Creek Harbor, or just go for a walk through the dazzling marina.
Okay, moving on to something that's even more important than your wallet, understanding the local culture and the laws. This is all about staying respectful, staying out of trouble, and just making sure your trip is memorable for all the right reasons.
So, the dress code. There's a lot of confusion around this, but it really just boils down to one word: context. It's all about where you are. At your hotel pool or on the beach, swimwear is totally fine, no problem. But the second you step into a public space, like a mall, a government building, or especially a mosque, the expectation completely changes. Modesty is key. Just make sure your shoulders and knees are covered, and you'll be golden. Now listen up, because this next one is really serious. Dubai has incredibly strict cybercrime laws that absolutely apply to tourists. Taking photos or videos of people without getting their clear permission, especially women, is a huge no-no. And sharing them online? That can lead to massive fines or even getting deported. So, just stick to photographing the amazing scenery, your food, and, your own friends.
So what about alcohol? Can you drink in Dubai? Yes, you can, but, and this is a big but, only in what's called a licensed venue. That almost always means a hotel bar, a nice restaurant, or a specific beach club. You're not going to find it in a supermarket or a corner store. And being drunk in public is a serious offense. The rule is simple. Enjoy a drink inside one of these licensed spots and you won't have any issues at all.
All right, we've covered the rules. Now let's talk about the environment itself. I mean, this is a desert city. Surviving and thriving here is all about timing, respecting the intense climate, and just understanding the safety situation.
Just look at that number. In the summer months, we're talking May to September, the heat in Dubai is, well, it's no joke. It's not just uncomfortable, it's actually dangerous. You will see practically nobody walking outside in the middle of the day. The only way to do it is to plan your activities for the early morning or late evening and drink way more water than you think you need.
So, when's the best time to go? Easy. The sweet spot is between November and March. The weather is just perfect, the city is buzzing with life. The absolute worst time? The peak of summer, June to August. Ramadan is a really unique cultural experience, but you have to be ready for the daytime restrictions on eating and drinking in public.
But for all the talk about heat and rules, there's a massive upside. Dubai is, without a doubt, one of the safest cities in the world. The crime rate is incredibly low. You'll hear so many solo travelers, especially women, say they feel safer walking around Dubai at night than in many major Western cities. It's pretty remarkable.
Okay, so you know the rules, you've timed your trip perfectly. What's next? Let's talk about getting beyond the typical tourist trail. How do you find the real soul of this city?
Pretty much everyone who goes to Dubai wants to do a desert safari. But here's the thing, not all safaris are the same. You've basically got two choices: the loud, crowded evening tour with a barbecue and belly dancing, or something different. My advice? Go for a sunrise tour. Seeing those golden dunes at the crack of dawn in total silence, it's just a completely magical and, frankly, more authentic experience.
This is how you really connect with the real Dubai. Most tourists just bounce from the mall to the Burj Khalifa to the beach. But if you carve out some time to explore the old Al Fahidi Historical District, grab a coffee at a tiny local cafe, or just get lost in the old souks, you'll discover a completely different side of the city, a side with deep roots and amazing stories. Because when it comes right down to it, a trip to Dubai isn't just about what you see. It's not about ticking off a list of buildings. It's about how you connect. The most memorable moments are often the quiet, unexpected ones you find along the way.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's simple. Know the rules, read the fine print, and see beyond the surface. Be prepared, understand the culture you're visiting, and just make that little bit of effort to look beyond the glittering facade.
Which brings us to the final question. Now that you know the secrets, are you going to be a tourist or a traveler? See, anyone can just see the sights, but with this knowledge, you have the chance to experience Dubai on a whole other level. The choice really is yours.